Welcome on in, guys. Tobin here with you, and thanks for checking out the channel. Your Miami Heat, 4 straight wins. They hammer the Philadelphia 76ers tonight, 118-95. Absolutely annihilate them. It was, a little bit back and forth up until like the middle of the third quarter. The Sixers were able to cut it to 4. Jared Butler hit a shot. Actually got to 3. They went on a 7-0 run, and then just all hell broke loose on them. But this Miami Heat team has completely flipped off of their 10-game losing streak and now are on the midst of a 4-game winning streak. I don't know how much more of this is really going to change their standings anyway. I mean, the Bulls are also red hot at this time right now. The Miami Heat have a fairly easy final 9 games to close out the season. But one thing is clear. They are shooting the freaking lights out of the basketball right now. And that is all getting started by Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro today, it was breathtaking watching some of the shots that he could make today. He had it all working. But then at the end, one of the things that is fun is not only when you can see a player just seemingly make everything, then they start testing what they can make, and that's what Tyler Herro was up to today. He was in, let me just see if this will work mode by the time this game was over, and he was hitting some giant step-back threes, peacocking up and down the court, dude. The feathers were strutting, and in the words of Kevin Harlan when the Birdman would dunk, show the bloom. That's what Tyler Herro was doing today. He finishes this game with 30 points on the night, 11 of 17 from the floor, 5 of 9 from downtown. He had 7 assists to go with it, but man, He really just had everything, early going in the game. Like, he was hitting some threes to put some icing on the cake of today, and some just end of the shot clock ones, giant deep bombs just to add haymakers to the end of this one. But he had this circus shot. We were like loving the Khalil Ware circus shot. He had this circus shot in the second quarter. I'm still like watching replays to figure it out. He was like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, where he's like this on the above the hardwood to throw the ball up there and make it go in. It was incredible. I mean, just absolutely incredible with what Boy Wonder was able to put forth today for the Miami Heat. And we were talking about his 3-point shooting and just how weird it was that there was a dip there. The guy's too good a shooter to feel like it was going to last forever, or that this was going to be something that would, linger on for the entire season. But it was definitely noticeable. It was definitely like, where the hell did this guy's, 3-point? And, talking about the things that, went into it with what a focus it is to get him the hell away from there and all the defense is putting into it. Probably just fatigue of playmaking and getting into it, bumps and bruises along the way of a long season and a stressful season. But he looks like he's got it out here for the stretch run for Miami as they improve to 33-41 on the season. Philadelphia drops to 23-51. And let's not lose sight of the fact of the Philadelphia 76ers because, man, they're a disaster. Whew. I mean, they are, wow. That is insane what happened with them. Between everybody being out for them, Paul George and Tyrese Maxey and of course Joel Embiid. I mean, I don't even know what you do with that. I mean, they're going to continue every year saying like, hey, they got Joel Embiid. It's going to be this is going to be the year for them. People are still going to get duped by that. You go do with that what you will. The Miami Heat will actually have a big man like Khalil Ware go out there and actually produce. And man, he is a delight. The times where he's blocking shots all over the place, just an absolute menace for the Miami Heat. I love watching this. But speaking of menaces, what is the plural there? It's not important, dude. His rookie draft classmate, Pelle Larsson, Swedish Swish, intangibles. Wow. Pelle Larsson today. I mean, you want to talk about Pelle Larssony, like the way this guy's able to go out there and he's able to just swipe the basketball and he's diving all over the place and he's just bringing more effort. Dude, let me tell you something right now. You can keep Cooper Flagg. I'll take me Pelle Larsson. That soundbite's going to bite me in the ass. I can already tell. Oh, man, that's going to hurt if he... I stand by it. You can have Cooper Flagg, and I'll take Pelle Larsson and his fantastic hair, my friend, because today he was an absolute demon on the court today. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, and just great hair. I mean, he had this play, you know, and the thing that I love, he has this play at the end of the first half with the steal, the score, the flex, and this man is all team enjoy his teammates' success, like he really is. But then on top of it, just like the intensity that he brings to the table, diving onto the hardwood in the first quarter just to set the tone of the game, dude. You get this opportunity to start. No Andrew Wiggins, no Duncan Robinson. You insert Pelle Larsson into the starting lineup, and what do you got? Boom. Effort. That's what you got. Nonstop relentlessness from Pelle Larsson. It was a beautiful thing to see. He had his 3-point shot going today. He had a couple from downtown. 5 of 11. He had a sick and one. And then he was even in there with the Sioux Falls crew at the end, which, by the way, so was Jaime Jaquez Jr. Very noticeable, dude. That Jaime Jaquez Jr. getting PT with the G Leaguers today after this game was all but over for the Miami Heat. I don't know what to make of that. But what I do know is Larsson was just, I mean, he was so good today. What a friggin' performance from him. And speaking of great performances and being inserted into the starting lineup, Alec Burks is on an absolute heater right now. This guy, I mean, he hit one off the side. This is crazy. He hit one off the side of the backboard today in the third quarter. I don't know if he touched rim the rest of the game because he was so on point today and just seemingly had a big-time answer anytime Philadelphia had a little inkling of making a comeback. Nope, Alec Burks was there with 3 after 3 after 3 because after Philly got it to, it was an interesting third quarter because at that point, they got it to a 4-point lead after Quentin Grimes hit a 3 after Burks at the side of the backboard. Herro answers with a deep 3. Then Khalil Ware got a block shot, which led to Bam throwing it down to Alec Burks for a 3 ball. It was a huge response for Miami. But then Jared Butler comes out, he hits a 3 ball and then gets a runner. So Philly gets on their own little run ski. Miami then answers, and Haywood Highsmith hits a 3. And then Pelle finds him for an alley-oop. And then Burks 3, Bam gets a little cut from Davion Mitchell, I believe it was. Pelle Larsson gets an and 1. And then you get a Bam 3 ball, followed up by Bam finding Alec Burks, a sick pass by Bam Adebayo, who finds Alec Burks at the third quarter buzzer. And he was, I mean, that was just an incredible display of shooting by Alec Burks today. He was just so on point, could not miss. Very impressive from him. Very impressive from corner pocket today. He was insane. Let me see if I get this third quarter box score up for him. Charge. Yeah, Burks, 12 points, 4 of 9 from downtown in that third quarter. But I think like all of them came in that last 4 minutes. It seemed to put this game, mostly out of reach. Miami goes into the third quarter with a big lead, but then Tyler Herro just decided, I've done everything today. I've done baskets with my face over the hardwood. I have I've snatched ankles and sent dudes to the hardwood. I've hit runners. I've hit floaters. I've had everything in my repertoire going. And I just want to showboat a little bit here. And every three ball felt like it had a celebration for Tyler Herro afterwards. Just a marvelous performance by Boy Wonder in this game. He was awesome. And this is from Cooper Moorhead, MiamiHeat.com. And you guys can go check his work out there. Check it out on the Miami Heat YouTube page and some of the breakdowns that he does after the buzzer. But he had a tweet here. Cooper tweets, the Heat just became only the second team in league history, regular season, to shoot at least 51.5% on at least 133 point attempts across 4 games. This was previously accomplished by the 2015-16 Golden State Warriors. Pretty good shooting basketball team. It's been insane. And I gotta say, from where they were just, a week and a half ago, where this just felt like an unending spiral of doom, and us accepting, myself included, all right, is it time to start talking about tanking? Like, you have 10 games left. We've already sucked up, or, I think it was 12 at the time. We already had sucked up all these games, 12 more games of losing. What the hell is that? That's nothing. And I don't know. It's an interesting time because, no Wiggins today, which continues to be a theme. He's shown promise, and then he gets hurt for a guy who's been, I think, mostly durable in his career. Duncan is now dealing with his back issue, which I think we'll talk about a little bit more tomorrow, just as far as a big picture thing with his health being with this thing flaring up again. But right now Miami sits in this weird limbo that they've been in, but you have just been at the absolute bottom of the barrel as far as the way you were playing basketball in this league. And you're actually thinking, you're like, man, can they drop to below Toronto? And now it's basically impossible for that to happen. But as they've been winning, so have the Chicago Bulls. So really nothing has changed for them in the regards to they still have to go out on the road. They still have to win 2 road games, and they still have to do it against, a bevy of teams that aren't always the easiest for them, though they did just handle the Hawks soundly. So, and all this in the meanwhile of like, all right, are they setting themselves up to get up for another Cleveland Cavaliers series? Like it's a really interesting time. And then of course you have the other element of it. If they do win the play-in, then of course you don't get your first round pick. It's going to go to OKC, but then it's not left out for dry and unprotected, which is, I guess, what the organization reportedly wants. And then meanwhile, you have the Golden State Warriors, who did win yesterday in New Orleans, a Steph Curry return. But they're also in the play-in right now. They're not just gonna waltz in there, though it would seem pretty improbable that Warriors team would lose 2 play-in games. That would be pretty crazy. That would be pretty crazy, though, wouldn't it? So, yeah, Miami is in this interesting time, but it is good to see everybody come together, and there have been a lot of good pieces to see, particularly the way Khalil Ware's played. Bam and Tyler have shouldered a big-time load as far as their leadership and now production coming through. Pelle's played awesome. That makes me happy. So you're getting a lot out of your rookie class at the end of the season, and that dulls the pain a little bit of not having Nico because he's hurt, and of course Jaime's season being pretty much a disaster at this point. But as far as like the outlook for it and big picture, yeah, there's still a lot, I guess, on the table to be determined about where that goes, because we still have to see if this team can actually get through the play-in. The way they're playing now, yeah, it seems like they can. But mind you, with what Cooper's, they're shooting at an unbelievable clip right now. There's other things that are happening too. They turned the ball over like crazy today with Philadelphia, and they were able to, make a lot of offense out of that, and that's definitely been something that has picked up for them. Is they're not only defending, and Spo has made point of that they've been defending great, but that they're also making something out of it. 22 points off turnovers today for Miami. It is becoming a big time weapon for them as well. So yeah, this is going to be a very, very interesting final sprint. They got the Wizards coming up on Monday on the road, and then they have a very interesting road game in Boston on Wednesday, which will be a nice, interesting test, assuming that, Boston plays everybody. I know that they've been showing a propensity to rest guys against Miami, but that'll definitely be an interesting one. And Boston's, with the way Cleveland's kind of let up a little bit here, Boston's not out of the realm. They could make a little late push here to get themselves into that one seed. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not likely because there's just not a lot of games left, but they've won 7 in a row, and Cleveland is coming back to earth, a little bit after what's been a crazy run for them. And their schedule, let's see, Cleveland, they lost 4 straight, then they won 3 straight, but then they lost to Detroit last night. They got the Clippers, the Knicks, San Antonio, Sacramento. Chicago's obviously playing good basketball now. Indy, New York. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It's unlikely, though, the way that Cleveland's been playing all season that happens. So, many things to keep an eye on with all this. But the most important thing tonight was your Miami Heat getting a victory, and just incredible play by Tyler Herro and Pelle Larsson in this victory over just a woeful Philadelphia 76ers team.